No country on the face of the planet is more familiar and articulate in explaining the dire and deadly effects of climate change than that archipelagic country right smack in the way of Hurricane Alley in the Southeast Pacific. Little wonder the Philippines was voted in to spearhead the Loss and Damage Board, an international body tasked to determine and distribute financial assistance or compensation to those countries severely at risk and hit by climate change. The details fleshed out by our Clazel Pardilla in this report.
The Philippines will serve as the voice of the most climate vulnerable as it preps itself to host the Loss and Damage Fund Board. According to Environment Chief Tony Yulo-Loizaga, being the host of the Loss and Damage Fund Board will provide an opportunity for the Philippines to articulate the specific conditions that the country and other climate-sensitive nations are facing.
Being on the board provides the opportunity to the Philippines to articulate the specific conditions that we are in fact facing, and that those that are being faced by other developing countries as well, especially small island development states, to provide the voice of the most climate vulnerable.
Yulo-Loizaga even pointed, developing countries are often considered small nations, commonly referred as large ocean nations, surrounded by water, hence having greater potential to be impacted by disasters.
We have a lot to lose by way of sea level rise and its impact on our coastal areas. We have a lot to lose in terms of our exposure to severe weather, to extreme weather, and other types of climate hazards, specifically to food security, as well as to energy security.
The Philippines was elected to host the Loss and Damage Fund Board, chosen among 7 other contender countries during a closed-door meeting in Incheon, South Korea. The Environment Department believes this is a manifestation the Philippines is recognized as a country capable of delivering both the technical and non-technical aspects in supporting these very complex activities. The LDF board is tasked with distributing financial assistance to nations severely affected by climate change, largely attributed to the industrial activities of more developed countries. Recent pledges totaling $700 million from nations like the UAE, Germany, Italy, and France underscore the global commitment to addressing climate-induced damage. The board will establish guidelines to ensure equitable access to the fund, covering a wide array of losses.
Whether it's damage to infrastructure, to property, to agricultural productivity, or the non-economic losses, meaning loss of lives, injuries, loss of cultural heritage, displacement, these are all covered in the fund.
The Philippines assures that the release of funds will be expedited and will be felt by community levels.
Ang tinitingnan dito talaga, community level, direct access, subnational local government unit level. No?
As host, the Philippines will lead the meetings related to the FRLD and provide facilities for its activities. Therefore, for administration of President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr., assuming the role as host of Loss and Damage Fund Board is a recognition of the country's capability to take the lead in responding to environmental issues not only within its own borders but also outside of it and in other parts of the world. Clazel Pardilla for the New and Better Philippines.